Our live team coverage this afternoon continues now in Bristol.
And I stand corrected. I think it was wishful thinking that I thought Stephen Pappas was at a splash pad.
Right.
It turns out that's not the case. Students, though, in Bristol did get sent home early because of the heat. And here's Stephen Pappas with the latest on these sweltering conditions. Stephen.
Yeah, guys, unfortunately not at a splash pad, but I have been working on this farmer's tan that I got going on. And the students here were able to do the same, the heat causing an early dismissal for some across the state. At Bristol High School, instead of home by 3, it was home by noon. The heat causing the district to let its students out early of all of its schools Tuesday afternoon, and they were not alone.
They thought about the students and the teachers. I know not all of our schools have air conditioning, so I think it's in the safety of our kids.
While the district listed excessive heat and air quality as their reasons for an early dismissal, both Trumbull schools and New Britain High School citing issues with their air conditioning. For Christina Richardson, whose son goes to Southside Elementary School in Bristol, she says the heat impacts his breathing, and the decision to close early today was a sigh of relief.
I'm happy that I get to pick him up early instead of worrying about his asthma, him having an asthma attack on the bus with the heat.
Parents that we talked to today said the notification about that early dismissal was very last minute, and with the heat being in the forecast for a few days, they wish that call came sooner.
Hopefully if they do this, if it's going to be hot again tomorrow, they were able to call it earlier so parents can plan a little bit better.
But for others, while they understand that safety is still important, the early dismissals were not always the case.
When I went to elementary, to the boulevard, to the high school, there was no air condition. You sweated out, and that's the way it was. And then when there were storms and blizzards and ice, you still walked to school. And you still came home.
And just within the last 10 minutes, we did hear from Bristol Superintendent Iris White, who did say that they do understand that the last minute did affect some working families, and does say that in the future they are working to be a little bit more timely in making these decisions. But right now, live in Bristol, Stephen Pappas, NBC Connecticut News.
All right, Stephen, try to stay cool. Thank you. And you